everyone, welcome to my channel. If you want to make Spain your next digital nomad destination, then you need to know these facts about the digital nomad visa for Spain. Working from the beautiful beaches of Valencia and Barcelona and enjoying your sangria from Sevilla and having gorgeous architecture in front of you. And if that's what lights up your eyes, then continue watching this video and know more about what it takes to get this digital nomad visa. Spain has for long been encouraging remote workers to its country, but it never really had a very easy to get visa, and it has now introduced visas for remote workers as well as for freelancers and remote entrepreneurs. I was trying back in early 2022 for Spain Digital Nomad Visa, but unfortunately it did not have that program back then. But recently in December 2022, it launched its Digital Nomad Visa, which benefits people in multiple ways, from tax benefits to also letting remote workers stay for longer duration. There are numerous benefits to the Spanish Digital Nomad Visa. The first is that you get tax benefits. Spain has introduced special tax reduction for people who are going to stay for the first few years in Spain as remote workers. You can also bring your family members. Of course, you need to show some extra money in your bank account, but yes, it is possible now. Next, if you are planning to stay for longer term, for having a nationality after staying there for a few years, even that duration of staying as a digital nomad now counts in that tenure of you being there. And finally, my favorite benefit, which is that you get access to the entire European Union. You can travel to any place within the Schengen zone. Currently, Spain has given two options to apply for this kind of visa. One is to apply from your home country itself, go to the nearest consulate or your embassy and submit your application there. The second option is that you can also be a tourist in Spain itself and apply for this type of visa from the territory itself. This visa is for all non-EU people, whether you are a US citizen, whether you are Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, or any other nationality, you are eligible for this visa. Here are the eligibility criteria for you to be applying to this kind of visa. Number one, your job has to be completely remote. You have to have some kind of proof to show that you can continue your job completely remotely using internet and laptop. Also, your remote work should be outside of Spain. If it is within Spain, then your salary or your income has to be less than 20% of your total income. Next, your wages should be at least twice the minimum wages in Spain, which means that you have to show that your bank account currently holds an amount of at least 25,000 euros per year. And if you are inviting more of your family members, then around 9,500 euros per person per year should also be added to your bank account. Next, you should have a strong education background and a strong experience in which you are doing your job. So make sure that you have your CV and your certificates or your previous job experiences handy with you. Coming now to the visa application process based on your profile, whether you are a freelancer, whether you are a remote worker for an employer, or whether you are an entrepreneur, there are different types of forms to start your visa application process. Here you can see there are different types of visa for different categories of workers. Based on your category, you should pick that and then continue your application process. Let's proceed next to the documentation that you would require for this. The first is, of course, the visa application itself. Make sure that you download that and then you thoroughly fill each of the fields properly. You keep it all ready before you are presenting it. You can keep a copy of it as well, just in case there are any ups and downs while filling the form. You have a blank copy with you while you are going to the embassy or the consulate. Next is, of course, a passport-sized photograph. You should make sure of the specifications mentioned on the embassy website and follow those for having your photograph arranged. Next is having your proof of remote work or freelancing or entrepreneurship based on the category of application that you're filing. Make sure that you have all the documentation, if possible, stamped and signed. If you are a remote worker, there is an additional requirement that you have to be associated with that company for at least a year, or that company has to exist for at least a year since you are filing your visa application. You should also attach all of the company documents as well. For example, document of registration, document of taxes, whatever exists for your employer. Make sure that you gather all of those documents and attach those to your visa application. In a separate document, you can also mention the nature of your work. You have to mention very clearly what your responsibilities are, how you will remotely continue working for the same clients or the same company. All of those things should be very clearly mentioned, and if possible, also in the form of a permission from your employer, that your employer is allowing you to work from Spain remotely, and all of those job responsibilities can be carried out remotely. Next is financial means. Make sure that you attach your bank statements for at least the last few months. You could also attach your salary slips for an extra credibility. Another very important requirement without which you cannot proceed with your visa application is the criminal background certificate. Make sure that you get it from your nearest police office wherever you are residing. You need to have a clear criminal background and attach that proof with your visa application. You also need to attach your insurances for the duration when you will be in Spain. Make sure that it is applicable to the entire duration of your stay whenever you're putting the dates on the visa application. For those dates, you should have a valid health insurance. Finally, any documents that could add credibility to your profile, including your CV, including your education certificates, including perhaps any additional certifications that you've done which are relevant to your job, and also your previous job experiences. Attach proofs for those because they will add so much more trust to your profile. Spain is surely a very attractive destination for digital nomads. It is very tech savvy and it has beautiful weather throughout the year. But if you're looking for some other destinations, make sure to check my video on the Estonian Digital Nomad Visa here. By the way, even the Estonian Digital Nomad Visa gives you the entire EU access. Hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you and see you in another one. Bye bye.